Bonjour, mes amis, and welcome to the Mega Blood Moon podcast. It's been a little bit, but the boys are back, and unfortunately for me, it's another musical episode. So if you ever wondered what it's like to be a mime in post-World War II France, I guess this is the story for you.
The rules are simple. Number 1, your script must be 70 to 90 pages. Number 2, the minute you type "the end," your script is done. Number 3, your budget is whatever you have in your pockets, so write accordingly. And number 4, the moon must explode at some point during the movie. Welcome to the big stupid party.
Do we have that on record?
It can be, if your grades are good enough.
I'll allow it. Oh,
Like your permanent record?
Like your permanent
watch yourself,
record.
counselor.
Oh.
Overruled.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
What an odd thing to say.
What an odd thing to say.
Roll the dice.
All right, let's see what we're doing today. Roll. All right, I just rolled. Tony, I think we finally hit one of yours. Number 30, A Beautiful Mime.
100% that is my title. There is no world in which case I didn't look down and say, a beautiful mime.
All right.
Man, this is gonna be great. I hate mimes.
I think the rule for Tony is that they should all have to be musicals.
I also agree with that.
I also think A Beautiful Mime, the musical.
It's too good of a name for a musical. I hate you. You've ruined it.
Yeah, it's a musical now.
You've ruined it. Exterior, Paris, 1948. Gaston Lepereur is a failing mime. Having suffered through the indignities of Vichy France, he struggles to cope with the ennui brought on by the post-war depression and the loss of so many of his family members, and the hope for the future of rebuilding this new and incredible atomic age.
I don't think I got all of that, but it's,
Hey, man.
Very good.
If you remember everything you talk that fast, then you can handle the whole episode yourself. Just blitz through it, summarize it, and we'll just be here.
1948.
yeah, Paris, 1948. What was the guy's name? Gaston.
Pierre Gaspar.
Pierre Gaspar.
And there's a D on the end of that. He's a failing mime.
Right, because for our listeners, make sure you check our spelling at the end of the episode. Opening song, These Walls of Mine, him being a performer, not being able to get past the walls of his mentality. These Walls of Mine.
Future. He has to do. He needs an action that he's trying to do. He's trying to save a failing vaudeville company.
He's trying to go to clown college.
No.
He just wants his voice heard.
Now that's something that we will keep. Because you justified it.
Well, and that'll be really fun. Like, the first half of the musical, there's no singing. Or at least not from him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry I caught up, fuckheads.
That's why
Hey,
it's
fuck you, pal!
such a beautiful mime.
Yeah. Mime's got a mime.
I hope a swamp eats you alive.
You put me in the swamp, and now I'm writing
you,
it.
Not you. I want to see Zach get caught in quicksand as an adult.
It'd be interesting. It'd be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great watch.
The title song is definitely the closing credit. Is definitely the closer. We'll write that off to the side.
So you're saying the opening repeats at the end? Is that what? Is that what you?
No. Just so when you have a title song for a musical, you can either do it at the beginning or at the end. So in this case, we'll do A Beautiful Mime as the closer, because you can have it be the story wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
Other musicals like Seem Sondheim likes to open with them. That's why Into the Woods opens with Into the Woods, right? But
I just gotta
going with
point
a closer
out, every time you
is
talk
more of
about
a
musicals,
Starlight
it's like I'm
Express.
watching the gas pedal be pressed on your brain, and it just
Yeah.
everything starts going faster.
And it's just like it's so impressive.
I don't know what to tell you.
I know what to tell you. Write musicals.
Yeah, tell us more.
Would you? That's what I'm doing right now.
Not willingly. We had to get you to do it.
I would never do this willingly, unless I was paid.
That's what I'm saying. You should do it willingly.
They need to give me money first.
No, it's not how it works. You do it willingly once, and then you can get money for it. But you got to do it the first time.
Yeah, but
Write
like,
it. You
yeah,
stand
but not
outside
willingly.
of Barbara Streisand's house. You scream it at her, and if your voice is good or she harmonizes with you, that means you're chosen.
Why would I want to be associated with that flat ass nasally bitch? I'm talking about her singing voice.
She lights the smoke in her chimney to let people know a new Broadway star has been chosen.
I realized as I was saying it, I was like, I need to specify I'm talking about her voice.
Yeah, it was like,
I'm not a fan of Streisand singing.
Yeah,
She can act fine.
I'm more of a Bette Midler fan myself.
Yeah, see? You understand.
I think I've seen a musical.
Bette Midler's got that real Ethel Merman vibe where she can really be larger than life on stage and kind of embody the role in a way that somebody like Streisand is kind of just there.
She was in Hocus Pocus. I
Yes.
do know her.
Yes,
She's
yes.
married to those two weird avant-garde performers that were in UHF.
She is?
Or one of the two.
Oh, okay. I was like, she's in a throuple? I don't remember this.
Would you be surprised?
I don't know. I saw Beaches. Maybe not.
Every time I hear of the sexual proclivities of people in musical theater, it never surprises me. They're weird.
Yeah.
And if you're a musical theater major, please write us at megabloodmoon.com to tell us what weird throuple you're in.
Ben, you can't solicit your own version of the Penthouse form letters.
Oh, I can.
Dear Mega Blood Moon Podcast, I never thought this would happen to me, but now I'm writing to you. I'm a theater major at Idaho State University.
And if you're a theater major looking to get into a throuple, you should do that on your own time. You don't need to write us.
Tony, what is he trying to do again? He's trying to
save a failing vaudeville company.
Save what? Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so These Walls of Mine, Beautiful Mine, obviously title song. No Words is going to be one of them.
Have you seen
I'm sorry, did you just list off like 5 song names?
Well, 2 of them we'd already done, and then I listed a third one. And then
just right. Musicals.
Tony,
I don't want to.
it just comes out of you. It falls out of you.
You're like an apple tree and they're all ripe. Just
like maybe your brain's on fire right now, but this seems like the easiest thing you'll ever do.
Like, do you just disassociate and then it just happens?
You ever heard what's his face? L. Ron Hubbard talk about how he would automatically write, where he would just the pen would just go on the paper and you would go. There was no thought process at all.
Okay, so yes, they do. It just falls out of you.
And look at what he was able to do. Come on, Tony.
I know he got to live my dream.
Musical Scientology sounds like a lot of fun.
Tell me that my dream.
So many thruples.
I don't want the thruples part of the cult. I want the yacht part of the cult. That man had so many yachts. Do you understand what I would do with my own Sea Org?
Yahtzee. I don't know.
Just
taking
imagine
over
the
Guam.
amount of thruples you could put on that boat.
Nah, dude. Then they won't be paying attention to making the boat cooler. No thruples on the boat. We
That
go
is
full
true.
LRH.
Thruples are historically bad at paying attention, especially to one another.
You just need one like 3 years in when they're all trying to avoid each other, and then they'll get a ton of work done.
If you're in a stable throuple, please write us at megabloodmoon.com with proof.
Look, if you want to be the right-hand man managing the thruples, that's on you.
Well, I don't
I'm
know.
here for
Zach
the
might be
yachts.
able to do that.
And to park them off the coast of the Maldives and harass other yachters.
Zach's got that, like, chronically monogamous thing going on. Like, terminally.
I'm a mediator for thruples therapy. So.
Yes.
He's got that real, like, BetterHelp unlicensed kind of vibe going on.
When we're running
I think
our...
that's a thing now. I'm pretty sure there is, like, an alternative that you don't have to pay for where people can talk at you as if they're therapists.
That's
called like
BetterHelp
for dogs?
No. It's like
Imagine if there was a BetterHelp for dogs, but it's just you talking to a dog. That'd be the best thing
Wait, hold on. An unofficial... So it's not... So these aren't licensed psychiatrists.
No.
This is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's a weird thing. It's like, this is like people helping people. And it's like, what?
I thought you meant
like
there was just a competitor.
So wrong, but, I guess it could
It's like
be
the
okay.
Gaslighters special.
Yeah. Oh, man. You just get one bad egg in there. And
You have a throuple.
Yeah. Or you got an L. Ron Hubbard.
Two things can be true. I would love a therapy service. You could have unlicensed dogs just looking at a camera. I'd feel great after that. Just look at a dog. It'd be a great time. Unless you were, like, bit by a dog as a kid, in which case, get over it.
Or make it a cat. Whatever.
What sounds better, reel me in or reeling me in? Because, like, you know how mimes do the whole fishing thing? So are we, like, does reel me in sound better for a song title or reeling me
What about
Either
reel
reeling
it in?
me, I would say either reeling me in or at the end of the rope, or at the
in?
end.
Well, see
of
that.
the
Yeah,
last...
I was gonna do a rope one next, so that works too.
Because that can be either desperate or it can be like trying to pull someone in.
I think it's end. I think we do reeling me in, and then it ends with end of our rope.
I like that. That's good.
That's how you show the progression of his. He'll be in a relationship with a. Do we go juggler? No, the assistant to the magician. The vaudeville show. Assistant. We're gonna have the vaudeville show is run by Rene Delacroix, who was formerly a famous. What do they call for ringmaster? He was a ringmaster back during the what was it? The Third Republic was the one that fell. So yeah.
Musicals. Oh, let me figure out the entire historical background of another character.
Shut the fuck up! You're the one who made me do this.
Make me.
You're
shut
not
the
allowed to
fuck
complain.
up.
You are not allowed to complain.
I'm not complaining. I'm insulting you. That's two different things.
They're similar enough. I stand by my actions.
I can't compliment you enough for this. It is
Permission
incredible.
to treat the witness as hostile.
Permission granted.
Yo, what are you doing?
Hey, fuck you, pal.
I was trying to. I was in the. I almost had this whole thing wrapped up. You pitch your ideas. We're gonna pitch ideas.
An attorney on the stand. Permission to treat the defense as hostile. Permission granted. Whips right around to the defense attorney. Hey, fuck you, pal.
Permission to be hostile to the defense.
Hey, eat shit.
Permission to be hostile to the witness is great. You want to take this outside?
There's parking lot right there, Chief. I'll wear you the fuck out.
What's the coastal town in France that I'm thinking of that everybody likes to go to? Is it Nice? It's Nice.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's neat. You got it. We were both thinking that.
I had to say it out loud to go through the thinking process. I apologize.
Nice is nice.
The salt whenever me and Zach are just impressed.
I don't like I hate this. I hate this part of me.
If you can't beat it, join it, buddy. Come on.
There's gotta be a good mime pun I can do with Maginot. There's gotta be.
Imagino.
I know that's where I went immediately. It was like imagination.
Instead of Imagino line, it's the Imagino mime.
The imaginary walls of
Yes. See, you
Maginot?
understand why. Like, there's meat on that bone there. I
Yeah,
just
it's
don't
there
know what the
somewhere.
meat tastes like.
Hmm.
Maginot Mime actually works real hard. That could be him thinking about when he was performing for German troops during the war.
Towing the Maginot line, almost
Yeah.
like he's walking a tightrope.
There.
Are we getting a spot where he's in the war? Do we get anything?
That's what Maginot Mime is going to be the
Okay, cool.
reminiscing scene.
Can we find out that he was too close to a shell and lost the ability to hear or speak?
Sure.
Oh, he's got shell shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got hit. He got hit by the Paris gun,
And he's literally trying to find his
Yeah,
voice.
he hasn't been able to speak since the First World War because he was too close to one of the shells from the Paris gun landing.
There it is. Look at this handsome man. I feel like all my questions are just trying to keep up, just like catch up to Tony's logic.
I'm trying. I'm trying to help if I can.
And that would give him double hatred of the Germans.
Really?
Two hatreds for the price of one.
Ooh, is one of the people in the vaudeville troupe a like a German deserter? Add some internal struggle. Maybe the other interest for the magician's assistant.
I think it's just the magician. No, the magician is just.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, are you familiar with Herzog's Invincible?
Yes.
Yeah, there's elements of this that are definitely crossover, I think. There could be a strongman.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was thinking strongman, probably bearded lady.
Yeah.
But it's vaudeville, so you need just some standard performers too. You need your kind of Keystone Cops equivalent.
There
So
should
they'd
be
the gendarme chorus. The gendarme chorus. We're writing that down. I would really like that.
There should be a comic. I want like a vaudevillian comic guy who's just a friend or something.
The
he's the
mentor.
relief.
Yeah, he's the mentor character, and he's a washed up British comedian.
Perfect.
I don't even have to say alcoholic; it's implied.
Yeah, so we are getting Ricky Gervais.
So he's going Scottish actually, because it'll be way funnier. Can you imagine in real life a Scotsman trying to interact with a mime?
Oh, Mac Raggy.
I'm just saying, like I would
Mac
pay.
Soggy. Just
I would
something.
pay thousands of dollars to watch any Scotsman interact with a mime. You know that shit would be funny.
I think so. Especially if it was like the first time they'd ever seen a mime and had no idea what mime was. Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly like.
Just sniff out the books.
This man just left Edinburgh for the first. Like the Edinburgh equivalent of Charlie from It's Always Sunny interacting with a mime for the first time. That's what I'm envisioning.
Ya daft prick.
I'd watch the fuck out of that.
You stupid bastard.
8 songs, runtime of 90 minutes. Figure we need 10 to 12 songs.
Well, it could be 8 full-length songs and then 4 shorter, like interlude songs.
Yeah.
A reprise
We
here
could
or
do,
there.
yeah, exactly. Song for the so they're being shut down because they don't have any money. So they obviously were going to do the classic 80s movies. They got to put on a big show, right? And the big attraction is that Pierre is going to talk because he always wanted to be a clown because he wants to go to the Nice Clown College. So his love interest, who's the magician's assistant, is helping him work through his traumas that he suffered over the past 30 years in order to find his voice and give it to the world and usher in a better tomorrow.
And just to get this out of the way, it can be the war flashback where the bombing makes him feel like the moon itself had blown out of the sky.
Yeah, that's a visual that we'll definitely use in one of the flashbacks. That's easy peasy. That's
Easy
very
peasy
correct
lemon
choice.
squeezy. Knock that out of the way. Got the moon exploding. Boom.
Yeah.
Does it count if something explodes in front of the moon and it looks like it explodes?
Something explodes in front of the moon and it looks like it explodes.
This is a question
Shut up.
for future reference.
I think we can count that. I don't know if the moon always needs to blow into chunks, but I think that's actually just up to the interpretation of whoever's making the thing. Like, for me, yeah, I want to have the moon blow up into chunks and pretty much everything.
I think it would be a great way to end Maginot Mime. Is him looking up as the Allied bombers start hitting German positions. And one of them explodes, and the moon explodes behind it, silhouetted in red.
It's like
It
the
looks very
sky is
striking on
falling all
stage.
over again, and then
Yeah,
it ends
yeah,
with
exactly.
that.
Well, I already had a song that I didn't tell you guys about that I wrote down called "The Last Light in Paris." I thought that'd be it's a very visual and kind of good for a song.
Love it.
Oh yeah, Cat's Got Your Tongue, which is going to be the love interest intro song. Put that over there. Because I mean, come on, you're not going to make that joke. You're going to make that joke. Just slow pitch it over the plate. You know I'm going to dog on it.
You can't wang that out in front of me and not expect me to dog on it.
So really just need two more mime based. I have to throw in a big show. Something in theme with that.
Thinking outside
Invisible
the box.
walls closing in.
Ooh, thinking outside the box is a good one. Take that. Good call. All right. You guys can't see this, but I have to. I'm now numbering the songs chronologically so I can figure out how this thing will work.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell's going to summarize this other than you at the end.
I already figured that.
Sorry, buddy.
Because I've got notes, but it's like, yep. I can try, but I don't think I'm going to do a good job.
Seriously, try.
What it was like a Discovery Channel documentary talking about like visualizing the fourth dimension, and it has like slices within a tube of time. And it like pulls out slices here and there. I feel like you're doing that. You've got the whole thing line to line. You're just kind of putting pieces in where they belong. I'm like at the beginning of it being like, all right, we're starting time.
You're taking the string theory of notes?
He is. This is what he does for every musical. Whenever we make a joke about a musical, he just like fills in the whole thing and then just drops information in the places it needs to go. I feel like I'm looking at it like, oh, where did we start again?
It's astounding, and I
wonder
love
if he'll
it.
cut out all of the compliments.
It's just us giving him shit while he does this, so it sounds like we're abusing him.
He has that power.
He does. He could make us look real bad.
You don't know how many compliments I cut out the last time we did this.
I try to get as much, I don't know, like, just anything out before we start recording, because I'm like, if Tony gets mad at me, he can clip me up real bad.
That's too dark to have the magician be a former SS member.
Yeah, it's a little that's too intense. Maybe not SS. He could have just
he could have just been part of the
like
Wehrmacht.
Luftwaffe or Wehrmacht. Yeah,
no, he was a tanker.
That works.
Something he would have to be good with his hand, right? So yeah, actually, Luftwaffe would work. Tanker would work. I like tanker.
Engineer Corps.
Engineer Corps would help him build devices for his magical displays. Yeah, so he was a former Wehrmacht engineer. He's going right now by Jacques. Who was the fucking the tall dude in the French Revolution? Georges Danton. So he'll be Jacques Danton. Because he grabbed the fakest real sounding French name you could think of.
This is a stage name?
Yeah, that's what he's going by. But his real name is going to be like Klaus Vanderschmut or something like that.
Klaus von Helmut.
Yeah. Well, I almost said Klaus Kinski, and I was like, well, we can't do that.
Well, unless he's insufferable to work with, we could just make him a reference to Klaus Kinski and just make him.
His real name is Klaus Vandermeyer. That's what I've determined.
Klaus Vandermeyer, and that is, what was his stage name again?
He's Jacques Danton. Okay, that works because then he can be the end of the rope part of reeling me in, because the mime is reeling his assistant away from him, and he's getting to the end of his rope because he's living a lie. And he's really bad at acting French. Like, notably bad of acting French. Is clearly a German trying to act French the entire time.
Can there be a bit? This is not a serious edition unless you think it's funny. There's a bit where people keep saying words that sound similar to Sieg, and his arm starts to go up, and he has to keep pulling it back down.
I'll see why not. Would you pass me un cigarette? you see the arm,
Hot.
like the fucking Young Frankenstein, one arm guy.
Yeah, or like Strangelove.
Yes, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
This is your musical too. I'm just writing it and making all the decisions.
Yeah, I don't think you're right when you say that. I don't think you're right when you say it's mine.
Well, if you had listened past that, you would have heard
This would have yeah, no, I heard and you're making all of the decisions, but I think this is just A Beautiful Mime, a Mega Blood Moon musical by Anthony Del Monte.
Okay, so then so Klaus has to do something to trigger him into the flashback. So he hears Klaus say something in German. Like Klaus slips up. Alright, so that'll be...
Well, either it says something in German, or, I mean, he could say something in German, but also, he's a magician. He probably has some, like, pyrotechnics, or, like, some hand pyrotechnics that he's built. So he could say something in German, and then, like, a spark goes off.
Who better to threaten verbally than a mime who can't talk?
I mean, yeah, that too.
Yeah. So So Klaus, he slips up and notices Pierre is there and threatens him. In the same
slips from French to German.
Well, yes, exactly. He threatens him in the same manner that Pierre had been previously threatened during the war by a Nazi soldier, and we'll find out that was Klaus.
In the war flashbacks, is he still wearing the mime makeup?
Yeah, he was a mime during the war. He was a mime the whole time. He's a beautiful mime.
Hell yeah!
Like, what are we talking about?
How did he avoid the draft?
What, dude? He was a fucking mime, dude. He's a mute. He's a mute mime. They wouldn't take him. Like, you got to realize that, like, the Third Republic fell over the matter of like 3 months if you're giving them extra time. Really, it happened over 6 weeks. Like, that's just
I think they just, like, a recruiter saw the mime and just grabbed him and pulled him in. It doesn't even have that historical precedence. It was just like, and he's like,
I just picture him, like, trying to put on the makeup while there's, like, bombs coming down. And, like...
He's in a trench. Using a grease pencil.
He's the original Juggalo.
He runs up to a tank that's being serviced, takes some of the oil to do the little spots on his face.
Dude, brewing Faygo and jerry cans at the front is the hardest, most Detroit thing I've ever heard.
Brewing Faygo?
Yeah, you heard me.
Brewing Faygo, he says. Whoop, whoop, indeed. Oh, so he was also a POW. I think I missed that part.
I mean, not like... So, it's more like... They would do this with the French during the rule of Vichy all the time, where they would just, like, grab French people and be like, yo, go fucking do this thing. And, like, you could still live at your house, but, like, they knew where you lived, so you would be expected to show up until whatever task you'd been assigned to was finished.
So, like, POW, but the house arrest version of POW.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's like a weird thing, but it's because... Dealing with Parisians at any given time has been a nightmare for over 1,000 years now for just about everybody involved. So that was the best they could come up with was a hands-off approach, where they're like, "Well, we're gonna make it do things, but like you can still live in your house. Like we're just gonna be assholes about it." And like sometimes you might disappear and never come back. Wow, we're German.
That's a
you
problem.
Exactly. It's just like. Yeah, it's one of the things that Tarantino got right in *Inglourious Basterds* during like that all the interactions with Elsa and the Germans. It's like, yeah, that's basically just how they treated anybody who had anything they could possibly use in France at the time. Because like, what are you going to do? Are you going to call Vichy on the phone? Please tell me what army that they're gonna help stop our injustices with. Oh. It's in Algeria and run by somebody else? You're in Paris right now. All right. So he has that episode breakdown with Breaking List 2, Last Light in Paris, because that'll be the Siren song. Or not Siren, what's the other thing? It's kind of like Siren song, but it's like a candle.
In the Wind?
There's like a torch song. So it's a musical thing. We need a name for the assistant. How is Daphne?
Mally.
Marie Daphne?
Mally.
I like that. So
Is that DELPHIN?
No, DAPHINE. Marie Daphne?
So this is like
Yeah,
during
it's Marshall
Reconstruction. Yeah.
No, this is in France.
But it's still. I mean, it took France a long time to get back on their feet.
Not that Reconstruction.
The American South was rebuilt at this point. Well, kind of. The economy was still in shambles.
I didn't mean
Some would
the
say it
Reconstruction.
never
I
really
just meant Reconstruction of
Reconstruction
Paris.
can happen in different places.
God damn it. Ben, I'm gonna come over and do some Reconstruction.
Yeah, I'll take it. I deserve it.
I just want my cooler back.
You can't. I'm 15 minutes from you. Come get it when I'll bring it to you.
I'm in the valley right now. Let's go.
Well, not today. I need to give you your DVDs too.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure I got something else of yours, but I can't remember.
Probably. It's a good chance.
There's a good chance. Or maybe not. No, I do.
Oh,
I got your screen.
Ah.
If you want that back, I don't know.
Okay, I think I have
I'll
it.
take it back.
Okay. I'll put it in the cooler.
Yeah, so we're 70 to 90 minutes. I got like 7 main story beats to work through to an ending.
All right.
The songs will have to do some heavy lifting with character development, but that's kind of how musicals go.
Yeah.
Where like a song will completely change the status quo, and you just have to roll with it.
Copy.
Yep. There's room for some reprises, and I definitely would need to put in. I'm going to put in a couple spots where the Scotsman's going to be suspicious of the magician.
Of course.
Is there something that the magician maybe does to the Scotsman that heightens the tension?
Yeah, I'm trying. I think he's gonna try to torpedo his act.
Torpedo his act, poison him both at the same time.
Yeah, give some bad schnapps, something like that.
Tries to make him disappear.
Oh, that could be a good revealing point for the German, is that he gives him schnapps.
Yeah, give some poison schnapps, and that's the slip up that leads to the confrontation. Can you imagine a mime trying to confront somebody about having poisoned their friend?
Well, they already have walls built up, so I'd imagine they'd be able to compartmentalize that.
Like, that shit would be hilarious. So that plot point goes there, and then I want...
You just swing at him.
What's up?
Just punch him.
Yeah.
You don't need words for that.
I'm just imagining he's got like the fake bottle. He takes the stopper off. He takes a drink and then does the choking, hands to the neck, and then tongue out.
Everyone's laughing.
Yeah, and that's when he slips up. You could not possibly think I did that. Scheiße! And then the 2 finger guns. Once he drops, he says something in German, and the ooh face. If I had a webcam, this would be so much more helpful for you guys because you could see me pantomiming all of these mime acts.
I get it, but that could be the thing, is that he drops something and then they go to hand it to him and he just goes bitteschön.
Yeah. It'll be something dumb and small where he slips up and says the wrong word or something. But he will try to poison the Scotsman, who we don't have a name for. What's a good Scottish name?
Oh, I put Max Soggy.
Max Soggy?
Yeah, just like he's a comedian. He's Scottish. That'd kind of be a great stage name for him.
Yeah,
he's a mess and he kind of knows it.
Yeah, we're gonna go Sauggy for Soggy.
There it is.
Yeah, that's got that Scottish flair. I like it.
What does he have a first name?
Mac.
Seamus.
Oh. I thought it was
Seamus
Mac.
McSoggy.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. Yeah, I like it.
Most people call me the burp. And it never comes up again.
Never comes up. No, 100% never comes up again. Actually, one of the gendarme chorus in the closing refers to him in burp.
Yeah.
And now we just gotta figure out where Rene Delacroix gets his song.
I mean, maybe he just like ends his set with a belch.
Oh yeah, that's his
He could be
punchline.
burping throughout of it. I think that could be a number of his punchlines. I think him being a disastrous drunk is part of his act. It would have to be.
Make soggy.
All right, that works. 70 to 90 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So 70 to 90 pages. I think like each one of these plot points I could do was 10 pages, and I got 7 of them.
Well, plus songs probably take a good.
Well,
chunk
yeah,
of
I was
time.
counting songs in that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because the songs
I don't
we're
know much
going
about music.
classic musical songs where a lot of shit happens in the song.
Mm-hmm.
None of this everybody stops to sing. Like, no, continual things happen. Like, your singing has consequences. I remember when I was on the coast of the Maldives.
Cool. So are we
Sipping
now?
fine
Are we
champagne.
seeing this as it is on stage, or are we seeing this as a movie? Because I know with Umbilical the musical, the stage show part of it was a big part that we wanted to keep. But for this, are we doing it as a movie? Because that could give us some more interstitial spaces.
100% has to be as a movie.
Yeah, it's definitely as a movie.
Yeah, this one was movie to movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
And but I mean,
Like-
there is a lot of stage performance in the movie, so it
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It'll add some time between
Yeah.
going from set piece to set piece to song to song.
yeah, exactly. Mostly because like you got you got to have that grime.
Mhm.
You ain't gonna get that grime
Gotta have that
on
grime.
stage every night. Ain't gonna look right.
Plus, with like the flashback stuff, you can eat
Yeah,
up a
exactly.
lot of time with like just
Oh yeah,
I feel like we should
things
have an
going to the
opera
beat,
singer.
things playing with the musical.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know any opera singers?
What?
Do you know
what do you
I do,
what do you
yeah.
need?
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I know a couple, but no, I just
Damn, I was trying to be a cocky
Yeah.
me out of the water.
I actually also know 2 opera singers.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to vamp for time because as it stands, we're on the precipice of completion, and it's only
Yeah,
been
because
45
you
minutes.
vomit musicals. It is.
I don't
of course
understand
this is
how
gonna
you
be a
can't.
quick-
How can't you?
You spit
What
Because
garbage.
I
stopping
don't
you from
watch
doing
musicals.
what I just
don't
did?
know musicals. I
There's
can't
nothing
make a
stopping
I
you.
can make a B horror movie in 20 minutes. I know that about me. I cannot make a musical.
No.
It's so simple.
You have made that very clear, and yet I, much like advanced algebra, I don't get it.
I also don't get advanced algebra, so you're.
And yet you get musicals.
Comparison
That's
falls
what
in flat.
musicals are to me. Advanced algebra. How are you? Why are you mad about having a gift from the Lord above? Why are you mad about being blessed?
I don't like it.
But just,
No one likes being blessed, and you don't get to choose what it is. You got musicals.
yeah, man, that's pretty impressive.
Zach got the world's worst luck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you write it.
You will never make me write a musical because
I'll
I
make
won't
you
do
write
that.
I'm gonna make you write a musical, and you're gonna like it.
You're gonna
No.
like it.
Ain't nobody gonna stop me from making you write a musical.
I mean,
You
technically,
can't be on guard 100% of the time.
I will stop you from making
Technically,
me.
you
will
already-
stop you.
made him write a musical, and he enjoyed it. It's called Umbilical the Musical.
Well, that was because that was tormenting Tony.
And you enjoyed it, didn't you? Huh?
Did you?
No,
You still did 90% of the work.
I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
this.
I came out.
I came up
pretty
with
much
this
a W
title
on that one.
not even thinking it would be a
Yeah,
musical.
what did you
decided
have
it
in
was a
mind
musical?
with this title, or was it just?
What
the
did I
title?
have in mime? What did I have in mime?
Yeah, what did you have in mime?
What did you have
Thank
in
you.
Beautiful Mime?
What do you have in mime?
Honestly, just a riff on a beautiful mind, but with a mime.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny,
It's funny.
if he was acting, he was miming to all the invisible people.
Oh my god, a schizophrenic mime is
Yes,
hilarious.
exactly. I thought a schizophrenic mime would be pretty funny.
Schizophrenic mime's amazing. I was kind of picturing like a mime trying to explain mathematics, which I thought would be funny.
Yeah, I mean both could be true. A schizophrenic mime trying to explain mathematics.
I walked in here with the image of a hot mime in my head.
Yeah.
Just thinking, Hey, what a chiseled mime that is.
Oh, not like I thought you meant like sweaty. Just picturing like his makeup running.
That too. I kind of had those too. Just like he's really warm. It's like the middle of DC in the summer, and he's on the Abraham Lincoln steps, just sweating his ass
isn't
off.
that just
I was kind of hoping
existing
we
at
were
the
going for
gathering?
like a revenge film, and like his mime makeup would slowly wear as he went on, and it looked like badder ass.
That honestly would probably be pretty sick. So he'd look like Sting like halfway through a match in 1998.
Or the Crow,
When
or
he's
yeah,
sweat-
anything, yeah.
I mean, the Sting was
Or
dressed like the
Vampiro.
Crow.
No, I know.
1998.
Yeah. Yeah, all
Or
of these
G.I. Bro in 1998.
Ultimate Warrior in 92 after he did one gorilla press. I mean that shit was running when he got to the ring.
Zach, you have put more thought into my image of what was happening than I did. I just went hot mime, attractive mime, hot mime, sweaty mime. Done. Complete. That is the thought. And then you said musical, and I thought I have to do even less this episode.
What you said musical?
Sure.
I think it was
You
me, but
you. Oh wait, was it
Yeah, I
you?
think it was me.
Hold on, have I been mad at the wrong person this entire
oh
time?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tony. This is my fault.
You fucking asshole!
It was just such a good.
He fucking zapped your ass, dude. He fucking cooked your ass.
You let me get all heated at Ben for forcing me into another musical. The whole time you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs and licking your beard hair and going, yes. How delightful he's fallen for my
I
devious
jokingly
device.
said everyone that you came up with has to be a musical, and then Ben was like, "It does."
Oh, so it was mostly my fault.
Yeah, I kind of hype manned it into being what it is.
I retract my previous statement. You are not licking your beard hair, and you did not hit me with a
I
devious device.
was accepting full responsibility, knowing that Zach was the one who planted the seed. I just bore its fruit.
I'll make you bear my seed fruit.
Oh no!
Don't tempt me with a good mime.
Oof. It's on theme, so we have to hand it to him. Unfortunately,
We're back to hot mimes.
Cool dads and hot
I watched
mimes.
one video while kind of half asleep on Instagram Reels of a girl in clown outfit because I was just kind of and now my reels are full of
do that
scantily clad
pussy
clown
squeak.
outfits.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah,
happened
that.
quickly to me too. I actually had that like maybe a year ago. It was just I want to say the page was Sexy Clown Girl Hunk Heaven or something. It was really weird, but like I looked at one of them, I was like, man, that is some weird shit. And then it was just everything.
What
So
have
mine was
you
this,
guys
like,
done?
Clown girlfriend role play. So she
What?
was like talking to me, and I was like, "Now this, I gotta see where it goes.
Where does this go?
Now what's going on here?" And now it's just clown girls. And so when A Beautiful Mime came up, I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I'm imagining."
Juggalo Girlfriend Simulator 5000. What have you guys done to your algorithms to
I
deserve?
I stop and watch shit that looks weird. Do you know how schizophrenic my algorithm is?
Same.
I mean, mine is also very schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Half of it's just flashing melted faces with death grips playing over it.
Oh,
Yeah,
mine's
all
not
right.
that
No,
bad.
mine's not quite like that.
Yeah. No, mine's fucking weird, dude.
Mine's like largely arrest videos. It's really annoying.
Oh,
They like really try to get me going in the morning by just continuously sending me like, rights being violated and it's just weird shit.
Oh yeah,
God
dude!
damn it.
All body cam videos, all FPV
Yeah,
drones, flashing
Whoa.
full hard schizo shit.
Mhm.
that's wow.
And then clown girls.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are using like a different app.
I know it's
But-
amazing how divided the
I
algorithm
have-
can make you.
Yeah.
I have catered my schizophrenic algorithm
Yeah.
to my because every once in a while it's like, hey, here's a really good horror movie recommendation. I'm like,
The theme of my algorithm is
Yeah.
what the fuck. That's literally like
Mine's
those are the
like
videos I like. Are just like
Gundams.
what?
Yeah.
whatever.
Mine's
the
like
point of what the
Gundams,
fuck
Metal
that
Gear
goes to just,
Solid,
uh-oh.
history stuff. and then so much Balkans beef just back and forth.
Oh, love
from
the Balkans beef.
And then a
Have
lot
you
of
seen the Albanian
Orthodox
guy?
versus oh yeah, dude. I've seen all the
There's
Albanians.
this Albanian dude who's just on like what is it? What's those like you switch from webcam to
Like
webcam?
Yeah, Omegle.
Yeah.
He's on Omegle. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
And so
he's incredible.
He'll go from different streams and it'll be like a Serbian dude on the other line, and they'll just go like they'll just scream at each other, spit, and then both start swinging at the camera.
Just start punching the
Do you
monitor.
guys ever get a weird?
Beating the shit out of the monitor.
He's like a weird Australian magician that's on Omegle.
No.
Those are fun because it's like people will appear, like people will pop up, and then he just does like weird magic. It's usually like kind of gay, kind of like sexual innuendo, but it's interesting. He reminds me of the Amazing Jonathan in a way.
Oh.
But he's all over my feed, and then Felice never, like, I showed him to her yesterday, and she was just like, I've never seen this. Where the fuck are you getting this? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, Blue doesn't watch my my reels anymore, like over my shoulder, because sometimes we call it the hunter-gatherer, is whoever is less busy that day has to gather content for the other one. And she doesn't like
your content,
my content.
I could see that.
Yeah, yours sounds like I'm more likely to see a war crime happen in a Gundam.
Well, it's like
Than
it'll
an
be like,
actual war
oh,
crime.
really cool horror movie recommendation: FPV drone strike on Ukrainian troops, and then stop motion characters biting each other's faces off with tear off your skin flashing at the screen. It's just like, hell yeah, that's what I like. Let's keep moving. And Blue's like, what the actual fuck are you watching?
I'm with Blue on this one.
Yeah, that's an interesting mode of entertainment.
So, like I said, yours, Zach, yours is what the fuck, and then mine is the step further of uh-oh. Oh, no.
I don't like that.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
normal.
this.
Oh, no thank you.
I get like clips from Hercule, the BBC show, Turner Classic Movie clips.
I mean, we share
A lot of mob
Gundam and
stuff.
skateboarding stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
a lot
street
of
skate,
reels
but
we
street skating.
Yeah.
Because I think
have
that's just
some
because I
normal
follow.
stuff. I don't like
Daewon
that statement
Song.
I just said, but I have some normal stuff.
Yeah, I think there's some
Yeah,
stuff.
like
That's my favorite thing. So, Tony, a couple of years ago, I commissioned Felice. You might actually remember this. I commissioned Felice to do hentai body pillows of all of my.
Oh, you think I don't remember that, Ben?
Because
No,
of that,
I would have
because of that,
repressed it if I
Amazon
could have.
refuses to not suggest to me the most salacious body pillows.
I bet. Wait, Tony, did you get one? Oh no.
I don't want to talk about it. I was the first one. I was the one that was used as the reveal piece.
He was also the one that I used as a proof of concept.
Yes. Like,
Oh, you know, Tony.
I found her commission of Lindsay as Princess Leia recently. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I still got all those shirts.
Yeah. We should give him one.
We should.
Yeah.
I thought I gave him one after we tried shooting that thing, but
Yeah,
I'll give
that
him
meltdown was rough.
all right. Before we eat up any more time that Tony needs to edit out, Tony, how about you summarize your musical for us?
ladies and gentlemen, this is a special Mega Blood Moon presentation of a new musical called A Beautiful Mime. We open on Paris in 1948. Though the German forces have retreated, the battered souls of the French people still have yet to rise. The Marshall Plan, though sending over plenty of money and plenty of building materials, has done nothing to uplift the rubble of Paris back into the shining city of lights that it once was. Pierre Gaspard is a mime. He's been a mime his entire life, ever since he was shocked into muteness by a shell of the Paris gun landing on his house back in 1917. He's drifted through life aimlessly as a performer on the streets, occasionally on stage, and finds himself embroiled with a failing vaudeville troupe. This troupe, led by René Delacroix, a former ringmaster of the Paris Circus, is desperately trying to eke out an existence among a Parisian population who is bereft of coin to pay for their performances. It is there that Pierre meets Seamus McSoggy, a failed Scottish comedian who's found himself as a dead-ender and expat in Paris after... I don't know, we didn't say what his tragic character backstory is. I'm going to say that he crashed his Lancaster bomber somewhere over Holland.
I mean, he could have
and fucked up his leg.
Been a drunk Scotsman. I don't know if he needs to have that tragic of a backstory. You could just
tragic backstory. I said it. We're sticking with it. Fuck you.
Fair
Moving on.
You know, you're no musicals. You're the musical genius.
He's got. I'm sorry. He has to have a tragic backstory. It doesn't work. He has to have a reason why he drinks. In this type of musical. That's why he drinks.
You're the boss. You're the boss.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're the boss.
I'm sorry.
A musical genius. The Tony Del Monte story.
Fuck you.
I am a musical. What's the lower than a novice? Apprentice?
Amateur?
Dilettante?
Debutante?
We're gonna go with debutante.
Yes.
Anyways, this troupe is comprised of, we've mentioned Rene Delacroix. We have the Scottish comedian Seamus O'Shaughnessy. We have the perfidious and mysterious magician. Where is his name?
Jacques Danton?
I have it written down somewhere. Yeah, his name, he goes by Jacques Danton, but we are to find out that he's former Wehrmacht engineer Klaus Vandermeyer. And his assistant, Marie Daphine, who is a girl who grew up in the Paris slums. Her father was a magician who died during one of the bombing raids in the war. That's her tragic backstory, so we get that one out of the way. And became Klaus's assistant when he showed up in Paris and started doing street magic acts. She realized that she could be a boon to his performances as his assistant. Let's see here. That brings us to our opening song, which is Walls of Mime, which is Pierre being introduced to the troupe, kind of showing his being ushered in. Renee sees him performing on the street and beckons him because he needs a new act because they can't make money as their vaudeville troupe like they did in the old days. Back in the heady times of the Third Republic in the 1920s and 30s. And that leads to the second song, which is No Words, which is the Scotsman befriending Pierre and kind of showing him the ropes of acting on stage and what to expect of the audience. And is during that we are introduced to the magician and his assistant, which leads to Cat's Got Your Tongue, which is the kind of meet cute introduction song where Daphne finds Pierre very attractive, very magnetic, but can't get a word out of him. And is desperately trying to, kind of half jokingly, but also a little seriously. That they start to fall in love, but Danton gets jealous, and that is leading to the split song Reeling Me In, which is a reference to the mime act of fishing and reeling somebody in. I guess I didn't really need to explain that. And End of the Rope, which is Klaus is starting to lose it. He's been hiding and living this double life for 3 years, so probably 4 years now, realistically, after D-Day. He deserted. So he's finding himself slipping up. He's drinking more. He's making mistakes on stage. It's starting to go downhill, and it is in kind of these pits of despair that he decides to eliminate the Scotsman, who is a little bit suspicious of Jacques' backstory because something about it doesn't add up. And so he attempts to poison him by leaving a flask of schnapps out where, of course, the lush Scotsman will drink it. Pierre, though, had seen him put that flask down. And after the Scotsman drinks it and almost dies, having to be rushed to the hospital by the gendarme chorus, who is another part of this theatrical troupe, who will play into the finale, it leads to Pierre confronting Klaus. Perhaps there's another slip up where Klaus accidentally says a German word or something. And Klaus more or less physically assaulting and berating him because a mime is a terrible witness because they can't say shit. This flashes Pierre back to his experience during the war, the Second World War specifically, where we get the song Maginot Mime, which is showing how he was forced by the occupation forces to perform for the troops in like a equivalent of like a USO show, kind of at gunpoint, and how he was maltreated and how his friends were dying left and right or just disappeared. He never saw them again as they cleared out the Paris ghettos. It's a very, very sad kind of the dark point, the dark night of the soul for Pierre, as he seems to have lost his way. But he's found by Daphne, and she sings to him The Last Light in Paris. And that's where he starts to pull himself out of his depression and comes to realize that his dream of speaking and being a clown on stage and not just a mime, not just a pantomime, acting out his actions rather than actually performing them. He's finding his rhythm, he's finding his feet, and that leads us to thinking outside the box, where Daphne and Pierre realize that the best way to save the the vaudeville troupe, is to gather everyone together and have a large show for the masses where Pierre is going to debut as a clown. A famous mime crossing the barrier from mimehood to clowndom and rising to his rightful place in the, I guess, theatrical or the stage world of Paris in the 40s. Come back to that. That's something we could figure
vaudeville?
out. Yeah, vaudeville. Yeah, the dying vaudeville. But it's more or less, this is like kind of the transition into the talkies, but for stage, right? So that's another fun parallel we can kind of draw. Klaus tries to torpedo the show. I assume I didn't really have a reason, but he's gonna probably try to burn it down or something like that. But he gets caught by the gendarme chorus so that they're not a Chekhov's gun. So the fake cops get to be real cops, and then they turn Klaus into the real cops, where he's subsequently unmasked as a Nazi deserter because he's got. Oh wait, no, was it only the SS who had the blood type tattoos?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure out. He still has his dog tags or something. Or well, I guess they had the little round things. The show is a massive success. Everybody comes out and sees it, and we end on the finale wrap-up song, A Beautiful Mime, where we show that Pierre did, in fact, follow his dream and go to clown college in Nice, France, and Daphne did accompany him, and Renee's success led to a resurgence in the theatrical society in Paris and the blossoming of a new atomic age of stage.
Love it.
I love it too.
That's it. That's what we got. That's what we got. Are we good?
I think we're good.
Love it, yeah.
Okay. Did
We
it
already
sound
talked about how the
like
blood moon blows up in one of the.
Oh yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
very
Sorry,
end as like a denouement or like.
Yeah, sorry. That is. I have a note written here that is a line that says "Blood Moon explodes." That's during the flashback Maginot Mime, where we have the ending notes of that song. You see a probably a B-32 blowing up in the sky, but also behind it, it's silhouetted in red, and the moon explodes at the same time. That's just something he saw happen in the skies above him during the shows. And kind of
Like one of those metaphorical moments of like, the sky was falling.
Yes, exactly. This guy, she was falling down, but he can't speak at that point, so he has to pantomime it. We're gonna need a real talented mime for this one.
Real talented mime. I feel slightly obligated just to.
Don't you dare talk about budget. Don't you dare talk about budget right now.
Myself, but,
You fucking tell me to write a goddamn musical. It's never gonna come under budget because none of them have in the history of fucking music.
No, that's not what I was gonna bring up. I just think the scope of it, might go a little over budget.
Well, let's see. We just need some rubble, like some ruins,
and a stage,
and then a stage. Yeah,
And then a stage.
yeah. A period.
We can
dressed stage and period dressed rubble.
So
and...
I actually know of a perfect period stage that we could use for nothing. It's funnily enough.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Also, I can think of a couple places around here where you look fucking bombed out because of the fire. Yeah, I could shoot this around
I mean,
Rochester.
we could also shoot it in Altadena or the Palisades.
Shoot it on the fucking the bomb range. Alameda.
Oh, I mean, we could just go out to 29 Palms.
Oh, sorry, it's Alamogordo. Yeah. There you go.
All right, so
yes.
we got location.
Mhm.
We got location. All we need now is cast, crew, catering, housing for them, because this sounds like a multiple week shoot. Composition of the music, choreography for, I imagine, when they're doing the songs.
I mean, I will be doing all of that if we were going to make this.
Oh my god, I want to see you dressed as Bob Fosse so bad.
Oh my god, yes!
Like, bitch, I can dance. I just don't do it often. straight up. Just how it works.
I believe it.
When the sun rises in the east on the third day,
You've got rhythm.
Whenever I try to do the budget joke, the first thing that comes to mind is just the paper cutout from the beginning of Dracula. It's just whoa. Paper cutouts. Little paper puppets. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. Like, what are we talking about? If it's good enough for Francis Ford Coppola, it's good enough for me. We're gonna add a section where he's on the train in this, so we can do the weird eyes on the train thing that he talks so much about.
Oh, we're gonna do all of those in-camera effects.
Yeah, 100%.
With projectors and scale shooting and miniature.
Yep. Fuck your budget. I'm pitching this bitch to Universal.
You just went
musical.
so hard into. I know where we could shoot this for cheap. To fuck your budget.
Yeah, you kept talking about it, so I got more heated. I just wrote your goddamn musical again. I hate that I've been forced into this twice now. As soon as you were like
Paris, 1948, I was like, okay.
That's why
I hate that I can
the
do
end
that.
now. It's like, all right, we're starting in Paris in 1948. We are over the budget. Let's keep going.
You just shoot. You know I have to shoot in Paris.
Not saying we're shooting in Paris. Our budget is $0.
Yeah, but you act like an establishing shot of Paris 1948, where it's just a fucking building with a chyron next to it, will break the budget.
Yeah, because you need people to shoot it.
All right, so we go to Vegas. We shoot the small Eiffel Tower.
We could just use paper cutouts.
We're back to paper puppets, baby!
I was always on paper puppets. What do you want from me? I don't make movies.
Ben, you could do a miniature of Paris, right?
Not quickly.
Yeah. Well, just you do that, and
I'm gonna Starship Troopers this and create a whole 3D animation house just for the opening shot of
That's where
Paris
if
in
one of us
1948.
learns 3D animation, it's over in terms of what we're able to make.
all right.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast, and if you have any ideas, a title, a synopsis, or anything else, please feel free to reach out to us at megabloodmoon.com. There you can submit any ideas you have directly to us, because we'd love to feature what you have on our podcast. If you want to take the time to write your own script based on one of your own ideas or one of the ideas we've pitched on the show, please, we'd love to read that too. In fact, if you send it in to us, we will most likely have a table read on the show. Lastly, please make sure to check out Mega Blood Moon the Freelancer on Amazon Prime and download Mega Blood Moon the RPG off of itch.io. That way you can... If you want to reach us on Instagram, you can find us at Sanguine Moonbase or on Facebook at Mega Blood Moon LLC.